In February 2026, U.S. prosecutors made available a large tranche of documents from the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, often referred to as the Epstein files. These include emails, travel records, correspondence, and attachments tied to Epstein's communications over many years with business leaders, politicians, and others. Who is Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem? Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem is a prominent Emirati businessman, former chairman and CEO of DP World, a global logistics and port operator. He has held senior roles in Dubai's government bodies and played a central role in the economic development of the UAE. After portions of the Epstein files were released, U.S. lawmakers disclosed that bin Sulayem's name appeared multiple times, over 9,000 citations in the files, and that he had maintained correspondence with Epstein dating back to at least 2007, continuing for years after Epstein's 2008 conviction for soliciting a minor. The released documents and media reports show that Epstein and bin Sulayem exchanged emails over many years, including after Epstein's criminal conviction in 2008. Some of the correspondence included personal and intimate content alongside business and social messages. One of the most widely reported emails from the files was an April 2009 message from Epstein to bin Sulayem, in which Epstein wrote that he loved the torture video. This detail drew significant attention because of the troubling subject matter, though the context of the reference video itself hasn't been fully disclosed by authorities. Another unusual piece of correspondence involved an order of 23andMe genetic test kits. Epstein's assistant attempted to order over 30 consumer DNA kits for bin Sulayem, a quantity that triggered internal review by the company because such orders are normally individual. These were intended to be shipped via Epstein's New York townhouse before being transported to Dubai. According to correspondence reviewed in DOJ files, the order was never completed because of logistical and compliance issues. Reports on these orders described Epstein assisting bin Sulayem in acquiring the test kits, with a claimed explanation that Sulayem planned to give them as gifts to colleagues and was interested in ancestry testing. What is and isn't proven? Bin Sulayem's name appears in unredacted portions of Epstein's correspondence. Emails show communication between him and Epstein involving personal language and exchanges. A large order of 23andMe kits reportedly linked to him was flagged and cancelled. But there is no public evidence that bin Sulayem was involved in any of Epstein's criminal activities. Being named in the files does not mean someone committed a crime. The U.S. Department of Justice has not charged him with any offense related to Epstein. The context and purpose of private correspondence, especially emails involving disturbing content, are still under scrutiny and not fully understood. Authorities and some lawmakers have pushed for greater transparency regarding the files and redactions, arguing that full disclosure could provide clearer insight into elite networks Epstein maintained. However, naming in a file is not proof of wrongdoing, and many details are still redacted or unclear. The release of the Epstein files has sparked broader debate about how powerful individuals maintain relationships with controversial figures, the ethics and judgment of business leaders and elites, how transparency and accountability work when private communications intersect with public trust. Even in the absence of criminal charges, these disclosures have had career consequences. For example, reports indicate that bin Sulayem stepped down from his CEO roles at DP World and related UAE bodies amid the controversy. In a nutshell, Epstein's files show long-term communications between Jeffrey Epstein and Dubai billionaire Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, including personal exchanges and unusual transactions like attempted orders of DNA test kits. These revelations have fueled scrutiny and ethical debate, but no legal wrongdoing has been established against bin Sulayem, and being named in the documents on its own is not evidence of criminal activity. Subscribe for more in-depth analysis of the files.